Hello and welcome to the Bristol Hi-Fi Show 2026. I am your host, Brad Tyler, from Audio T and Bristol Show, and I am joined by Jason Saxon of Cyrus fame. How
Cyrus,
are you, sir?
I'm alright. Very well, thank you.
I know I had to twist your arm to get you to sit with me, because usually I get Nick, and he said no, not this year.
We'll bring in the big guns this year.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is? We brought in the big guns. Jace, lovely to have you here.
Oh, pleasure.
And before we even get into it, your run this year, wow.
Yeah, we've gone all out this year.
You've gone big.
We've gone big, yeah.
Big.
It's been great because it's given us an opportunity to put a bigger system together.
Yep.
To really highlight what Cyrus can do.
Yep.
And especially with the 80 series, we've gone bigger.
I was going to say,
gone bigger in room.
Big is the buzzword for you guys at the moment,
It is,
because
yeah.
Cyrus has always been known for the sort of half rack systems.
Yeah.
And you've bucked the trend.
Well, we've had, we are the half width brand. We've,
I thought you said the half-wit brand. don't put yourself down, mate. It's okay. Don't worry.
So we've always had this half width design,
Yeah.
and we've had this since 1984, and it's who we are. It is in our DNA, and it is still in our DNA.
Yeah.
We are not, the 80 series isn't us saying bye-bye to that.
Yeah.
It's more of an extension of the 40 series.
Yeah.
The 40 series is still core of what we do, and the half width is still core. But then, if we want to progress in amplification to, higher levels,
Yeah.
and to put again bigger systems together, then we need to start going to bigger units.
Yeah.
So the 80 amplifier, streaming amplifier, the preamplifier, and the power amplifier that we've got coming later this year is all on the bigger format. But then we are bringing the half width into that bigger world. So the 40 CD, for example, if you wanted a CD player for the 80 series, that would be the one to go for,
Yeah.
because we're using maths at the end of the day. It's 240s make an 80,
Yeah.
so 240 units will sit on top of an 80.
Because you can use the PSU on the CD.
Correct, yeah.
So technically, you've got an 80 there.
So you can configure the system however you want.
Yeah.
The 80 is a streaming integrated amplifier.
Yeah.
If you wanted to add a CD player to that, then you've got that there. But the 80's got a phono stage built in. But then if you wanted that next level of phono stage,
Yeah.
then we've got the 40 PPA.
Yeah.
Again, will sit nicely on top. So 40 PPA power supply, CD power supply, CD PPA.
It all fits very nicely together.
Yeah, you can configure that system however you want, really. So.
And I had a listen. Was it yesterday when you were setting
Yesterday,
up?
yeah, back in the, yeah.
And I was back in again this morning,
Yeah.
and it's sounding incredible
it's
down
good.
there.
Yeah, I think it was. Like I say, it was a great opportunity to put a bigger system together, and you're like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
Ooh, who gonna? So we got the 80 amplifier, we've got cord cables, we've got the fantastic K200 speakers in there.
Yeah,
and the whole system is just singing lovely.
We had some filthy reggae this morning, didn't we?
The system is liking the reggae.
It is
liking the reggae.
It's, the beats.
It is.
It absolutely sounded fantastic, and it's been exciting to see the evolution of Cyrus over the past, what would we say, 4 or 5 years that you guys have really. Things have just sort of ramped up.
It's gone, I think, especially over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
I think the introduction of the 40 series was that first step.
Yeah.
Is that redesign of that iconic, half width platform.
Yeah.
We had the last design was great. We had it for 30 odd years.
Yeah.
So.
But even all the iterations of that.
Yeah.
And
So
all
the
the
XR
changes.
system,
They all had that. We were talking about it earlier on. That
Yeah.
sort of green lit or green backlit thing, and it did unfortunately age the product in an unfair way, because, as we say, the first thing we all shop with is our eyes with hi-fi, not necessarily.
I think especially
our ears.
more than ever now.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if it's as with social media, but obviously a hi-fi system is a focal point in anyone's room.
Yeah.
So I think even though it's all about the sound quality at the end of the day, the looks are now becoming a big part of that, because again it's on display.
Yeah.
When you have guests over or
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
over, people always go, "What's that?" And if it's something looks amazing and looks really nice, then it's just going to help.
And the 40 and the 80 series look incredible.
Oh, thank you.
They absolutely, not blowing smoke up your bottom, but they do look fantastic.
Yeah, I think they've done a great job on the design of that. You
Yeah.
know, it's taken, I think, because there is the elements of the older design in there. With
you can see the heritage.
You can see, like, it was quite interesting because I had them lined up a few weeks ago, and you can actually see the evolution. And
yeah, not to get childish with it, but it's like the Pokemon evolution. It gets bigger and bulkier, and it's more serious, and it's a bit more scary.
But it's the materials being used as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, for us, I think, you know, with the change in design, it's helped us look at new manufacturing partners to be a lot more efficient on that side.
Yeah.
So it's helped us on the manufacturing side as well.
Yeah.
You know, to start off to have a new platform where we can, you know, again create the next 30 odd years,
Yeah.
you know, and, you know, design something that has room to expand and grow, and as the range does. Yeah.
And can we obviously showing the 80s the big thing for this year? Do you think we'll be seeing more products in the next few years?
We've got a lot happening.
Yeah.
We have a lot happening.
The 120, the 160.
It's maths. We're going for the maths approach.
You could go down. You go to the 20.
You could with these options, or even we might go odd. We might go 30. You know.
No, you can't do that.
But it's you know, I think it's an exciting time for us. We have been through quite a transition in our product range as we've kind of gone out of the classic Cyrus and into the new era of Cyrus. But you know, I think, you know, as we expand the range and, you know, cover different price points, I think it's just going to be exciting.
And I think it's fair to say that you're sort of, as a company, making decisions that, you know, mean that the viewer and the customer might see you more present on the social media platforms and online. And
we put in, you know, a lot of effort in that side of the business, and it's just for me as an employee of Cyrus, it's an exciting time to be part of the company.
Well, it must be, because you put all this hard work and everything into the product, which is great.
Yeah.
You want to show it off. You want to be able to shout about it.
And we're getting the feedback from customers as well.
Yeah.
You know, we're finding that we're getting customers enter Cyrus who would have never entertained Cyrus before.
Yeah.
You know, because of the new design. You know, we're getting, you know, again today, you know, from the start, it's been like, people have pricked up their ears.
Yeah.
You know, from hearing that room.
You know, as we say, you're in a bigger space this year because you know, Cyrus have been doing the Bristol Hi-Fi Show for as long as I've been involved.
Well, I think as long as it's been, you know, as long as we've been going, I think. Yeah.
So that partnership and the support from either side's always been there. Yeah. But it's really nice to see that you're sort of you're showing off a bit now. You're peacocking. In a really nice way.
Are out.
The plumage is there, and I think that the product warrants it, and it's great to see, and you know.
It's a testament to the whole team. You know, I think everyone in the company has just got that same vision, and, you know, everyone's driving and pushing. Because, you know, I think I think a lot of people think we're a huge company. We're not. We're very much.
I've been to the factory. I've seen how the sausage is made.
Yes.
And it's, you know, it is a small operation.
We're not a massive company, but we do a lot on a little. You know, and then it's because everyone is so dedicated and so kind of.
I have to say, and this is this is just me being an idiot, but one of the most impressive things that I saw at the factory was the construction of the cardboard boxes and the boxing of the end product. There was
the little things.
There was something to that was just mesmerising and quite magic. But like just the way that most of this stuff, it's all hand engineered, like put together, but like when the PCBs, the machines for the printed PCBs were just.
Well, I think when you came, you used the music from Lord of the Rings, didn't you?
Yeah, but that video. Do you know that video never made the light of day, unfortunately, because there was a bit. I lost the files. There was corruption, but it was quite dramatic
as it was going through the final heat. And,
the molten solder. I'll have to go back and try and do a video again because it needs justification. But and
this is a strong thing, you know, that a lot of people don't. You know, we still manufacture in the UK. You know, we manufacture all our PCBs here in our own facility. You know, so it's good to be, you know, still doing that. You know, we always have. You know, we've been doing it for 40 odd years, and it's good to still keep that going. You know?
Absolutely, and you know, if people want to get their hands on the kit, it's readily available. It's not like it's really obscure and specialist. It's still quite readily available in a retail aspect.
Very much so, yeah.
Because you're obviously in quite a few of the Audio T stores as well.
Yes, and it's loved by the guys there.
It's championed by a few of the guys. Well, it's you know, as we said, the product's great, the team's great, and it's something that you can quite easily buy into as a hi-fi and a music enthusiast.
Yeah, and you know, I think you know what we've always been good at Cyrus is again taking people on a journey through the product range.
Yeah.
And I think as we've kind of changed over to this new design, that has been a bit. I think maybe some people have kind of gone, "Where's that going?" But
Yeah.
I think as the 80 series evolves, and that is coming back. So
I think what's nice is that there's still, as I say, there's callbacks to the previous designs. That heritage is still there, and you've made the changes for good reasons. It's not like you're not just making changes for change's sake.
No. We keep our, we keep our products until we think there's a significant, kind of there's a time now to upgrade. Time to change this.
Yeah.
It might be, that we've got some new technology, or we've found some exciting new components.
Yeah.
That we think, oh, this is going to sound really good. But it's, we don't, we want to try and kind of keep it, keep the products going for as long as we can.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if you can't make the show this weekend, you can obviously come to the show next year, because you guys are firmly planted in that room now.
We've put our flag in.
Yeah, that's Cyrus's space, and they'll fight you for it. But if you can't make it to the Bristol show, as we've discussed, you can contact your local audio tea and book a demonstration and check out the gear. And I do strongly suggest that you check out Cyrus, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not the most expensive stuff out there.
Well, we've always been, I think we've always been in this kind of mid-level.
Yeah.
And we've always tried to keep around this kind of sub £5,000 kind of mark. And I think that suits us quite nicely.
Yeah.
I think you get for me, I think for the level of application and connectivity, getting our products, it's a lot for the money.
Yeah,
really.
a lot of bang for buck.
A lot of bang for buck.
Bang for buck. Well, Jace, always a pleasure, mate.
No, thanks.
Lovely to chat
for
with you.
having us.
I could chat with you all afternoon.
We just
but
keep it going.
Just
keep it.
No, but we'll be at the bar later anyway, so it's fine. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you at the Bristol show at some point. And if not, see you at the local audio tea. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye now.
Bye.